Tom Brady has agreed to a broadcasting deal with Fox Sports, and when he retires, he will become their lead analyst during football games. It will be the team in the booth will be Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. And Tom Brady got a contract worth 10 years, $375 million. And I love to hear this. I love that Tom Brady is going to be in front of a camera, in front of a microphone, talking about football when it's all said and done and his career is over. I've been saying this during my coverage of the Man in the Arena documentary. I've been saying it for a long time that I really hope when Tom Brady is done with playing football, he will be able to share his brain and share his storytelling and share his personality and talk about football. And I thought maybe it'd be a podcast. I thought maybe he'd be I was honestly worried he'd be kind of a recluse when he retired, that he would disappear forever and he'd just be with his family. And it would be a massive loss to the game of football to not have Tom Brady involved talking about the game of football, something he clearly knows so well and dominated for years and years and years. And I'm just glad we're going to get more Tom Brady when he retires. He gets to talk about football, and we get more of that. And it supports my belief, actually. It's funny, Tom Brady signs a 10-year, $375 million contract that I've said for a long time, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, take a little bit less money. I'm not saying don't get paid. I'm not saying don't get generational wealth. You should take care of yourself, take care of your family. But I'd take a little bit less money on the field so that I could pay teammates a little more and have better players that I'm playing with. Because the most valuable thing and the best thing a quarterback can do is win, and win a lot. If you win, you get more money off the field, whether it's, I think of whether it's a yogurt commercial or branding, cleats, apparel deals, whatever it is. You want to be in commercials and make a lot of money off the field, you got to win and be a superstar. And it's interesting, Tom Brady has never once been the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. But he is now already and will be the highest paid broadcaster in the sports world, which is ridiculous. And it just goes back to saying that, hey, Tom Brady took less money on the field. It allowed him to have better teammates around him and allowed him to win more football games. He won 7 Super Bowls, became super famous for winning and dominating. And because of that legacy that he leaves behind as a football player, he's now incredibly valuable as a broadcaster. I love it. I think the foresight and something every other quarterback can learn. Take $5 million less so you can pay a really good receiver to play with you, have a little better teammates. I'm telling you, man, what's the difference in lifestyle between $25 million and $15 million? If you spread it, $15 million a year for years, yeah, you'll make a little less money in the long run, but you can pay your teammates more, probably win more, and therefore make more money off the field. And you see people like Kyler Murray demanding the biggest contract possible, when I think people like Kyler Murray got to focus on winning as much as you possibly can. Now, Kyler Murray, I don't know, has a personality to ever be a broadcaster, become the highest paid broadcaster, but I just think that there's some foresight Tom Brady's had that other players haven't had, whether it's taking care of his body, taking less money, focusing on winning over finances. If you win as a quarterback, the rest will take care of itself, and that seems to be working very well for Tom Brady. I am beyond excited. I can't wait to hear Tom Brady broadcast a football game. It's going to be incredible. It's been really fun to see Tom Brady go from New England to Tampa and share even more of his personality and be even more forthright and more talkative and more opinionated and kind of getting to show who he really is beyond just a football player. And I'm really curious if Tom Brady can win over the people who hate him. Tony Romo, for example, was hated by a lot of people as a football player. He goes to the broadcast booth, works for CBS, and now a lot of people love him. People that didn't like him as a player love him as a broadcaster, and I'm curious if Tom Brady can do a similar thing with Fox. But regardless, I was disappointed when Tom Brady retired. Now there's a cool thing where whenever his career is over, I'm excited for the next step because I can't wait to hear Tom Brady broadcast a football game. It's going to be incredible. I think he's going to be uniquely great at it. And it's funny, it feels a little bit like Tom Brady found a way to one-up Peyton Manning once again. Peyton Manning will not commit to doing a full football broadcast. He won't go to the booth. He's doing his own thing from his house, how he wants to do it. He's doing an alternate Monday Night Football broadcast. Well, Tom Brady said, I'll go all the way in. I'll take a massive amount of money. I will be the number one analyst for Fox. And it's kind of funny that in a small, tiny way, the Brady-Manning rivalry continues even after their football careers are over.